Hello, and welcome to episode 44 of the Cooler Guild. I am Coop Cooper, and joined with me, as always, is my co-host, Van Crisp.
What up?
We are recording, I guess I should have called you Sweaty Betty Crisp. We are recording on Tuesday, August 26th, 2025. On today's episode, we're getting into the Reigns draw from down in Houston, doing some weekly trivia, recapping results and highlights from around the league, and rounding things out with our usual quick preview of the Reigns' next match. But first, some housekeeping.
The Cooler Guild is part of the Sounder at Heart podcast network. You can either listen to us on our public feed, or if you're a Sounder at Heart subscriber, on the private unified feed with the other podcasts on the network. If you'd like to become a subscriber, just visit our page at sounderatheart.com/the Cooler Guild. New subscribers get 10% off the normal rate, and you'll help support everything we're doing.
I'm seeing what you look like right now, Van.
I put water in my hair.
I
This
know.
isn't
I'm
sweat.
thinking maybe I shouldn't put this episode up in video format, is what I'm looking at.
It's not that bad. I just look...
I don't know. You didn't see
damp.
what I was seeing for a second. How's the heat been treating you?
terrible.
Oh.
Well, I usually work from home on Tuesdays, but I had an all-day training today, so I wasn't able to open the windows.
How
up
hot is
here
it out there?
and let it air out. It was like 90.
Ugh, disgusting.
Yeah, so I'm a little warm. I put some water in my hair, so I look a little damp, but it is not sweat yet. It is water.
Ugh, this is why I live on the coast.
I'm not wearing pants.
I don't know if people need to know that.
We can edit it. Anyway,
I'll probably leave it in.
yeah, but it's hot. It's definitely hot out here. And I was in the office all day, so I didn't realize how warm it was. So I went to walk out to my car, and I was wearing a sweatshirt.
Gross.
And I was
I,
just
can't
immediately
stand it.
ugh.
I can't stand anything that's over honestly 75 these days. Not that I live on the coast. If it's above
Fair.
that, I am so hot and sweaty. I mean, I'm hot and sweaty. It doesn't take much for me to be hot and sweaty, but now I'm just so uncomfortable.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the lake after we record this and jump in.
Oh, okay. We should make this a quick one then. All right. So no one needs to know about my weekend. It wasn't interesting. Just the usual. Replaying Skyrim, everyone. So much fun. All right. So the Reign had a game against Houston. Do you have any overall thoughts that you had before going into the match that you were worried about, or how it shook out for you?
Going into the game, I just wanted to play better than last weekend. The weekend before last. So, coming out of this match with a draw it was a 1-1 draw. Coming out of it didn't feel too terrible.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I felt like the team kind of figures some stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Huitema scoring again really made me feel good. And Huerta playing well, finally getting the assist she's been waiting on. There were things to celebrate from the game that we really didn't have. And we came back from being 1-0 down from a goal that was our own unraveling, right?
Yeah.
So it just, the game had a different feeling to it. And Houston, we lost to Houston last time we played them. They surprised us, and they're not a bad team.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel the same, given everything that they were dealing with in terms of, we're talking about travel, we're talking about heat temperatures.
Yeah, there was a 25-minute delay to the game.
Yeah, and I think someone had posted it somewhere on Bluesky about the last meetings and the weather that the Reign have had to deal with out there, because it seems like every time we've had to play them, it's been in August.
Yeah.
And the heat of Texas. So I don't know. Mentally, I guess the team in theory is probably a little bit better prepared for that. But it's still not an easy thing to deal with. So I feel like this was, to me, a Chicago win for the Seattle. in some regard, at least.
Yeah. The disappointing thing is that they could have won the game had they not given up that goal. And it really was, I would call it a miscommunication, but again, you're not playing, you don't quite know.
It seemed like a little bit of a lapse.
McLaren just played a hospital ball back to Dickey.
Yeah, and I would say for how good McLaren's been all season and how solid she usually is for us, I can kind of let it slide a little bit. I'm not gonna like, you know what I mean? Like she's so solid, over 95% of the time.
Yeah,
that's not happening. So if this is the one blip it that we get for the rest of the season,
for sure.
You know, I think we handled it okay afterwards and stuff. So,
and if that highlights some sort of communication issue between her and Dickie, better even, you know, to
deal with it now.
To air that out while you can, you know.
Yeah, better than that now than the playoffs. That's for sure. If we make the playoffs.
Yeah, I think the starting lineup was interesting. We haven't seen McCammon for a hot minute, at least start a match and play a good portion of the match. So that was interesting. I didn't hate it. When I saw it on paper, I didn't hate it. The execution was lacking.
Which could have been for a variety of reasons.
Right. But once again, the midfield was not dominant.
Yeah.
Defensive midfield, McCammon, solid.
Yeah.
But the creative side of the offensive midfield was just not cooking.
Which is something we struggled with last week as well. And Harvey had talked about this of like, you know, you don't always get to play the way that you would prefer to play, and it's not always going to be pretty. And I think that usually means scoring goals and kind of just having everything flow as anyone would hope their team would offensively. So I think the fact that they didn't have quote unquote a great game stats wise on the field, offensively or whatever like that, and they still got a point out of it is encouraging.
Yeah, absolutely. This game to me is kind of a wash. There's so many factors surrounding it. It's in the sense of like the bigger picture.
Yeah. And
doing better than we did in the first half of the season, if we're playing these teams for a second time, I think that's fine. I think I'm so jaded by like being disappointed for the last 2 weeks that I'm like, all right, this is fine. This one's actually fine.
I mean, Houston was laying it on, and we had kind of early, you know, like when we did like our season preview, we had kind of marked Houston as a team to watch. Things didn't seem to be working out for them early in the season, but I think that things have been clicking for them recently. You can tell that they're threatening. They've got a lot of really talented players on the team that are starting to finally kind of turn it up. So they're, you know, granted, maybe they're not high in the standings, but they're a very dangerous team that I think have a bright future. You know, the sale the team kind of thing hit with them. I don't know if that was affecting their performances early, but like I said, I think lately they've been hitting their stride. So I definitely looked at them as a pretty formidable opponent. And then you add in the heat and all that stuff, and it's just going to make it even more difficult to deal with.
Yeah.
We got a fun notable stat this time. Not that everyone didn't point it out on the broadcast, but the day has finally come.
Hey-o!
Sofia Huerta got the regular season assist record.
Finally.
Because
even before she left, even before she left to Lyon, we were like, come on, get one more. Because she's been tied for so long. Because her last assist was June 24th, 2023.
Yeah, and she didn't leave until like right before summer ended.
Yeah, somebody in the lovely Discord community found that stat. I can't remember who it was, but I wrote it down in my notes. So thank you to whoever that was. Subscribe to Sounder at Heart. Get on the Discord. It's fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy. I mean, that's over 2 years.
And what a hell of an assist to have, too, for that record.
Yeah. I mean, let's roll into the positives.
Yeah, let's do it.
What did you call it? Cross from the heavens of Huerta.
I mean, watching on a replay is so fun. I mean, it truly is just like perfectly lays down onto Huitema's head out of the heavens, completely perfectly lobbed to Huitema. I mean, Huitema's making that run too, so all credit to her as well, because that's not an easy thing to find out and also make the right movement around defenders.
But we didn't have anybody playing those balls. And so when Huerta came back, I mean, I remember that was like our highlight, like maybe Huerta can help Huitema get back to like, maybe not back, but like find her strength and feed her the ball and get her goals. Yeah,
this was a beautiful little setup in sequence.
And I thought it was really interesting because they're still playing that 5-back, right? And Huerta's on the outside of that 5 or the outside of the back 3 in the 5-back.
Mhm.
So you have the center back, and then you got the 2 outside backs, and then the wing backs.
Mhm.
And she's playing the outside back of that center back triple, and they were able to get her higher up the pitch this game. And I think from what I've heard Harvey say, that's kind of the goal.
It worked. I would still say I'm a little skeptical using her that far back, but if it started, like, I just, again, from her defensive end of things, I just don't know how strong it is to kind of work with that back line. But I know we're a little thin back there as well. So, get some more games under her belt back there and all that stuff. And it could be working.
I mean, it's game 2.
Exactly.
Game 3. Game 3.
Yeah.
So might take a minute, but you're finding production offensively in game 3 with her in center back line. Like, I think that's a great sign.
And it's not like Harvey hasn't switched her position before and found success with it already once before in her career. So
yeah,
if there's anyone who's going to adapt to it that I would have confidence in, it would be Huerta. In this game and the way that it shook out gives me at least a little bit of a hope that we're not going to be losing that attacking threat that we get with Huerta's crosses. So
yeah,
as long as that's still happening.
I also noticed in this match that Darlene got higher up than she has been with the 5 back. So that was a bit encouraging.
One day she'll get a penalty. One day.
In that line, I want to talk about the referee.
Yeah.
This referee, and granted, I come from a biased standpoint where I want my team to get calls, right? But I don't want anything crazy.
Sure.
I really thought this referee was overall extremely fair.
Yeah.
To a degree that we haven't seen. Huitema getting calls for being pushed over or undercut. Mm-hmm. Coco getting calls when she's trying to dance around people and gets tripped up.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of things that we're like, why do our players not get calls? And in this game, we're like, oh my God, they're getting calls.
Yeah, it's a good show.
So I thought, and I think June might have pointed out that we had the same referee earlier in the season, and she also noted that she did pretty well in that match. So,
all right.
Yeah.
I mean, the NWSL isn't known for good refs, so I guess when you have a good reffing scenario, it's worth pointing out.
For sure. This is not, we don't even need to Jordyn Huitema propaganda anymore.
I mean, it's not propaganda. It's just like the hype train. I mean, we've always called it the hype train.
Yeah.
But everyone can keep coming aboard if they want. She's turning it up at the point that she really needed to, and I'm here for it.
And there were a couple times I noticed people talking about, oh, this is why we don't take her off. Because defensively, she's clearing the ball out on set pieces. She's stopping the ball from getting through even that point. She's so active, even in just running around and making sure the play is moving to the side of the field where we know we are going to be set up to defend.
I think she led the team in heading clearances for this match. I mean, it's probably like that for most matches that she gets a decent amount of minutes on.
Yeah.
We dealt with set pieces and that kind of stuff way better with her on the field this time.
Absolutely. I just saw your bottom positive that you wrote in.
Oh, yeah. My bottom positive was worth noting as well. I put Houston didn't sub in Sophie Schmidt. I think that would have been a difference maker because there were some kind of scary things happening at the end.
Yeah.
I think if she would have been in and if they would have subbed her in, they might have got 3 points out of it.
I mean, that's been the trend.
It has. I don't know why they didn't do it. I think they did look dangerous for a while, and it did kind of feel like the momentum could have shifted their way, even without subbing her on. But if you've got someone clutch like that, why wouldn't you use her? Fine by me.
Fine by me. I don't know. She could have picked up a knock or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but even 5-10 minutes.
You do wonder.
Not me. I'm fine with it.
You want to talk about the stats?
Yeah. So I had put for positive getting a draw while not dominating possession or most of the offensive stats. the XG for the Reign was 0.36 and Houston had 1.94. I mean, you get a win or a Chicago win, a tie with that kind of XG difference, and that feels good. Then the other one I had to pull up was the passes in the final third. Seattle only had 85 and Houston had 168.
Crazy.
So you take out that one error that we have, and it was totally an error. It wasn't, anything but that. Yeah, this would have been a win, and that would have been a really, really nice turnaround from what happened against Chicago.
Absolutely.
But I don't want to get too greedy. We got to start somewhere. We definitely got our hands full next week or Friday.
Yeah, we just
I
have to stay in the conversation. I mean, I think we've come to the point where I want the Reign to make the playoffs. I would love for us to be top 4 and get a home game.
Sure,
but I think it is more realistic to hope for playoffs in general because it is so tight towards the cutoff, towards the playoff cutoff.
Yeah. But doing things like this on the road is something that they're gonna have to make repeatable. Although I think, isn't their away record pretty good this year?
Yeah.
But you're talking about if they don't make top 4, they're gonna be away for these,
which is fine. Yeah. But I mean, you always want to start the playoffs with a home game where you're not traveling.
Yeah.
You're not,
especially with how far Seattle is from literally basically every team.
Yeah.
So, yeah, totally. You have any other positives you want to shout?
Trying to think if there's anything else in the game that I noticed. I talked about it a little bit when I was talking about just like recap stuff, but I thought that Ainsley McCammon had an excellent game.
Yeah.
I think I had never seen her kind of be that dominant defensively. And there were a couple of times where she lost the ball, but she quickly won it back. So Portland has the Olivia Moultrie School of Diving. We must have the Sam Meza School of Recoveries.
Yeah.
Because she was getting the ball back like crazy. And we were talking in the Discord, surprised. We were like, oh, look at her go. Look at those long legs.
Yeah, she's got an engine for sure. We should definitely be utilizing her more in some of these games with like some uncontrollable adversities. Yeah,
I thought she had a good game, and she really stood out to me this match as somebody, and I was kind of disappointed. I was disappointed to see her come out.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Yeah. Okay, let's roll into the negatives. I guess I somehow missed this part. Lynn was restricted on minutes due to knee issues.
Yeah, so she actually announced that in the women's game podcast that came out today.
Okay.
Once again, somebody in the Discord noted this.
Find all of your Reign information on the Sounder Heart Discord.
It really is a great place. People share everything there. It's good. So apparently that's what's been going on. They've kind of been skating around it. Harvey has at least saying, we're trying to limit her minutes on turf. But apparently it seems to be actually a knee thing.
Yeah. Okay. Well, not ideal. Someone you want to be able to bring on, especially if they're healthy, but
seems like she's not healthy. So,
not great.
I do think it is a team positive that they are actually dealing with that, and not just shoving her in.
Yeah, the Reign aren't gonna send someone in who's they're gonna make sure that she goes through the recovery process that she needs to go through. So that might be a reason she also signed with Reign. Because Reign have, I would say, at least a reasonable reputation of taking care of their players in that sense. Is not
who else has the oldest players? I mean, other than Orlando with Marta, but I mean, we have a contingent, of older players, that are happily here.
Yeah, we even brought Tobin Heath in when she was going through the end stages. We've now found out of her career, and we're able to even get her on the field briefly for a goal.
Yeah. Meaningful minutes when they're healthy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think we found, and Huitema has really stepped up and been like, I can score goals if you're not on the field. I can also score goals when you are on the field. But do
you think having Mia Fischel just staring her down is motivating?
All right. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what it is.
I mean, there's definitely depth there that didn't used to be for Huitema, so I can't be hurting with her what's been happening recently.
Yeah. The shape of the defense looked better this game, but obviously because of the goal, I added defensive communication into this negative section.
Yeah. Not great back there.
It looked less discombobulated, but it still looked a bit discombobulated.
I mean, Houston was putting on the pressure often like that, and they kind of just, at least Phoebe, just got overwhelmed with it. It felt like in that moment, and just totally shut off.
Right after the start of the second half, too.
Yeah, that's what restarts.
Restarts. Also, remember last season?
I try not to. Yeah, not a pattern I would like to revisit.
Do you have any other negatives from the match?
I wish Avery Patterson played for the Reign.
Yeah.
She's a beast. I really, really enjoy her.
Her against Darlene on that side in the first half was so fun to watch.
Yeah, I think Avery Patterson's going to be like an incredible player. I think she is an incredible player right now, but I think in a few years people will finally be giving her flowers for how good she is, and I think she's...
Well, we already talked about it on our U.S. Women's National Team episode. So she was really good on her call-up for the national team, so I won't be surprised when she is doing stuff in her World Cup. Yeah.
You know, as long as she stays healthy and everything. But and I will say I was concerned that she was playing for Houston, but I don't think things are that bad at Houston, so we'll see what happens with their buyer and everything. But I do really like this team that they've kind of been building with. So
for sure.
I just, there's a few players that sometimes when we play them, I'm like, damn, I wish we had that.
Yeah.
But I think that's pretty much all I got for negatives. I don't want to be too down on it. I thought this was a decent result.
Yeah.
All things considered.
For sure.
We didn't have a ton of other notes to go over for this match. I think, do you want to go into the cooler player of the match now?
Yeah, let's do it.
The cooler player of the match is brought to you by The Doctor's Office, a great little 12-seat bar on Capitol Hill. The owner is a big fan of the Reign and is proud to be our very first sponsor. We had a little bit of a debate about it.
Mm-hmm.
Could have been Jordyn Huitema.
Could have been Ainsley McCammon. But I think with the weight of a league record, it is appropriate to give this week's cooler player of the match to Sofia Huerta.
Congrats on doing that thing. I wonder if Lynn wants to... it would be kind of funny if they just... I mean, Lynn's not healthy right now, but it would be funny if they just kind of did a back and forth thing with...
And Fishlock's not too far behind, too.
Yeah, I want to see like a little passing of the...
Well, we got to score goals in order to get our players more assists, so... Yeah, please fight for the assist record.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, let's pad that stat, right?
Absolutely.
It's a good time. It's a really good time to start doing that.
So congratulations, Sofia Huerta. I know that we did give you the summer break player of the match, but here's a real one.
Mm-hmm.
You deserve it.
You do. Thanks again to our sponsor, The Doctor's Office. The Doctor's Office is the best place to grab a drink before or after a Reign match. Check out their Instagram at TDO Seattle, or better yet, go drink there in person. Cheers.
Cheers.
Man's got a Boundary Bay, and I'm really jealous.
Yeah. R.I.P. until the resurrection. So on to the trivia question. Last week's trivia question. Kim Little and Obafemi Martin set identical team records for goals in a season in 2014. How many goals did they each score? The answer was 17.
Did you post this to social media?
I forgot. I just realized.
Man, we can't shout out anybody if you don't post it.
I know. Your template. I'm bad at this.
Social media sucks, man. I'm telling you. It's the worst.
Yeah. Okay. The answer is 17. What a year.
17 is so many fucking goals.
I know. So I got this. Tim Foss sent me a document with some trivia questions that he cooked up for pub quiz at Virtual YachtCon he did. And this is one of the questions.
I want YachtCon to come back.
I know. He said, what was it? He bolded it. It was a hell of a summer of soccer in Seattle.
I mean, that was the Obafemi summer too. Like, I mean, I'm not going to talk too much about the Sounders on this podcast, but like, and Kim Little, like those were just like
legends,
and like, you just don't get that many players at your club in like your lifetime. Like when you have those kinds of.
Can you imagine the like? Who's our top scorer? 4 goals
Right now?
Yeah, I think it's
it's
4 goals.
Great.
It's Adames with 4 goals.
Yeah. I think Fishlock's got like a decent amount of goals, but her minutes are so low. So it's just like, come on, somebody else needs to break through.
Yeah. So 17. Yeah, that blew me away. This one on social media. I will put it out tomorrow. Here is the question. Which league award has never been won by a Reign player?
Find out next week.
There's technically 2, but one of them doesn't count because they just started giving it out last year.
Yeah.
So I will skeet this. I will Instagram it. And I look forward to everyone's guesses or answers.
Yeah, and if you know the players that have won the other ones, maybe pop those in.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you for listening to the Sounder at Heart Podcast Network, which now includes Nos Arietes, Lobbing Scorchers, and the Cooler Guild. We've been independent since August of 2023, but need your support to make sure it continues. Although this podcast is free, it's only made possible by your continued support. Memberships start as low as $25 a year, which not only helps make podcasts like this one happen, but also gets you access to everything we produce. If you're able to support us at higher levels, starting at $75 a year, you gain access to a host of other perks, most notably entry into our members-only Discord, where the smartest, funniest, and most engaged commenters share their thoughts and ideas. To find out more, just visit sounderatheart.com and click the subscribe button in the top right corner. Thanks for listening.
All right. NWSL results around the league. This is how things shook out. We had Angel City played Orlando.
Big news before this match came out, too.
Yeah, Barbara Banda, league MVP from last year. She got put on season-ending injury after the match from what was announced on, I think, on Saturday. But it was related to the game that Orlando played against KC the week prior. And if you all remember, that was the game that was postponed for hours and was a whole shit show. Is her injury related to that whole situation? It could be. I mean, you don't know. It's speculative, obviously, and like it's an injury, so you can't like be like, oh yeah, it was exactly this. But we all know that what happened in that match was not with player safety in mind, especially with what we found out about the fucking NWSL commissioner and her comments about that match. Got reported in The Athletic, and it's not great. She was worried about losing millions of dollars over player safety.
Instead, you're going to lose your fucking MVP.
So that sucks. Anyways, Orlando did lose. It seems like you watched the highlights.
I watched the game.
Oh, did you? Nice.
Yeah. I don't know why I watched this one. I think it was just there, but honestly, I mean, as you know, secondary Orlando stan.
Yeah, sure.
I kind of watch them, but yeah, Ali Watt had a bunch of chances, but she just could not convert. She kept getting in dangerous areas and her shots would go awry or be too weak. So she's got to figure that out because she is having opportunities. She just hasn't taken advantage of them. Mm-hmm. But Angel City's goalkeeper, Siebert, came up huge in this game. I didn't look at Save of the Week nominees, but I hope she's on it because one of the saves she made was incredible.
Siebert like newer for them?
Yeah, I think this was like her second match or something.
Got it.
I would have to double check that, but she has 2 clean sheets. She's 30 years old.
So where'd she come from, Siebert?
Career. Let's look. She was in Portugal.
Okay.
And then before that, some Norwegian club.
Okay.
Yeah, so kind of just... Yeah, this is her second game with Angel City. And she had a fantastic match. She has 2 matches played, 2 clean sheets, and 8.17 rating over 2 matches on FOTMob. Not bad. Yeah.
The real game of the weekend was Chicago versus North Carolina. It ended in 3-3. Chicago win. Hey, North Carolina was up 2-0, and then they got Ujmilad, a tale as old as time.
This one was crazy because I also watched this game, but I was sitting there and I was once again I gotta stop mentioning the Discord, but like that's how I interact with soccer people.
Yeah.
But I was like, who wants? And after we got Ludmilla the weekend before, North Carolina was up 2-0, and I put in the chat in the Discord, who wants to put money on Chicago coming back?
Well,
They did. But then they got scored on again. So they were down. Chicago was down 2-0. They came back. Ludmilla scored 2 goals.
Mm-hmm.
And then North Carolina scored again.
Mm-hmm. It was Jaden Shaw. Jaden Shaw got a goal in that.
Yeah, Jaden Shaw got that goal. And Ludmilla was like, no way.
Fucking got a hat trick. It's the fastest hat trick in history, too. Crazy.
Uh-huh.
She's unbelievable. Imagine if they had a healthy Mal Swanson.
Oh, yeah, they would be.
Imagine if they had good owners. Imagine if Chicago just had it pretty much just a little bit more. Like,
yeah, they could be huge.
Yeah. I don't know anything about their coach, but it's a man, so I'm not going to have high hopes. If there's anything I know about turnover and men in this league as coaches, it's not good.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the league touted big game of the weekend, Bay FC versus Washington Spirit, which took place in downtown San Francisco at Oracle Park at the baseball stadium. Beautiful.
It's a cool park. Yeah,
venue.
It's a really cool park. Have you been there?
I've driven past it several times. I've never been in it.
I went to a Giants game there once. It's really fucking cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's just got views of the Bay Bridge. It's right there.
Yeah, it's a perfect place too. Otherwise, you're going out to fucking San Jose.
Which I've been there.
Good night stadium, but there is something about being in San Francisco that's hard to get people to a game as easy as that.
Yeah, super cool. They were trying to break the attendance record, which they did for a regular season and a standalone regular season NWSL game. Mm-hmm. 40,091 people.
It's big.
Yeah, I loved it. There were like Giants players there, and it just seemed like it was a whole event. It seemed like they did really well with it. So
yeah, I will say I've had like personal beef about the city of San Francisco being in the conversation of best sports cities in the United States because they don't have a women's team playing in the area. I mean, now they've got the Valkyries and now they've got Bay FC, but being in the heart of the city is special. I know it's hard to do with this league, but it's good to see when teams are getting the big stage in cities like this.
Yeah, and it was a fun game to watch. Yeah, so Bay went down first. I think they were down 2-0, I believe. Mm-hmm. Came back, got a goal. But Washington was a better team. They dominated most of the match, but I think it was really good that Bay was able to stay in the match and make it exciting, especially at a big event like that. Mm-hmm. To keep your audience engaged is a good thing.
Yeah.
But Washington ultimately won 3-2. Corey Bethune's going off too.
That's another player I wish we had, but I think literally everybody wishes they had her.
Yeah.
Literally every team in the world, probably.
Fraud Watch Gotham played Utah.
Fraud. Didn't we decide they're just frauds now?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Yeah, so Gotham and Utah 0-0 draw. Here's the thing, though. If Gotham if they get into the playoffs, I think they have it in them to just upset teams.
Yeah.
So
to me, it's not an upset, though. When you have a stare. When you have a stare. How is that an upset? Yeah.
No, and you just need like one good game from Roosevelt. And then as long as Emily Sana doesn't do something stupid, which could happen, but like, yeah, like if they get into the playoffs, I would be worried about playing them in the regular season. I'm not maybe as scared as I maybe once was, but that was like their whole run to the championship, right? Like they were, I don't know. They lost a lot of key players part of that team. So it's not surprising that they're kind of having some struggles, but yeah, I don't
know how you have that lineup and those available players.
Yeah.
And aren't getting a result against Utah.
Yeah, it's very confusing. It's very confusing.
But anyway, on to some positive news.
Yeah, definitely positive news, I would say. Portland played KC and lost. KC won that 2-0. I found out KC's only allowed 10 goals this season. That's pretty crazy, but mostly because when you combine it with how many goals they've scored, which is 34. Like, if you look at the standings and the goal differential, it's like no one's even close to what KC's doing. And I can't believe they also went and got Ali Sentnor. Like, why? Greedy. That is so mean. Why?
Yeah, but this league's so stupid, they're not even gonna win the championship.
I think they will. I think this is just like...
I think something's gonna happen. I think something's gonna happen in the playoffs. And if they get to the final, I think they'll win it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they're making the final.
I think they're gonna do it this year. I think just given how things ended last year for them and what's happened with Orlando and how nobody else just seems to be even close to the level that they're at, that I think they're just gonna keep riding this.
I know. I just think they're gonna keep
riding it.
Huh? That's fair.
You never know. I just think that they should. I think they'll have a very earned confidence that makes sense. So
I think I would just put my money on the chaos of the NWSL over my confidence in KC.
Sure.
Especially after we did what we did when they played us.
Yeah, I mean, it would be more fun if they lose, for sure. I'll agree with that.
Absolutely.
But, it's not gonna be like, I don't know. Oh, well, KC finally did it. It's just like, yeah, of course they did.
Yeah, there was a late red card for KC, and I initially thought it might be a little soft, and I think it was. But here's the thing: it was unintentional. It wasn't intentional. But they are going hard on players getting stepped on, cleated on their Achilles, which I think is very fair. Was it a mistake?
Play.
Was it a mistake? Yes. Was it dangerous play? Also, yes. So I understand the decision.
Yeah, I was fine with it. I saw it and I was like, ugh, gross. So people get hurt, serious injuries. So I guess that's the one time they care about player safety. Heat stroke, nah.
Achilles, red card.
All right, last game of the weekend. We had San Diego and Louisville, 0-1 Louisville win. Did you see that game?
Mm-mm.
You didn't see it?
No.
Louisville kind of snuck out a win on this one. I don't really want to get into it too much just because we're going to be previewing San Diego because that's who the Reign are playing next, which is kind of fun because this is going to be the first match on us, the promo that the Reign are doing. But that's going to be on Friday, August 29th, 7:30 p.m. at Lumen Field. It's going to be on NWSL Plus and Paramount Plus. So if you don't have tickets yet and you have never gone to a Reign game, or you know some people have never gone to a Reign game, go tell them to get in on those free tickets. It's also Hello Kitty night. I'm sure you're really excited about that.
Absolutely not. But apparently it's like a league thing. They do it around the league.
What was that?
They do it around the league.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm just surprised Hello Kitty is still a thing.
Sanrio will never die.
Okay. Apparently you know more than I do.
I had an older sister who was really into it.
Got it.
They were sharing today the sales so far. There's not much on the lower bowl left for that match.
Okay. That's pretty good. So in terms of the actual game play, San Diego's recent record, recent last 5 games, they lost, they have a win, and they have 3 draws. They had that loss to Louisville, despite dominating possession and shot count, which to me sounded very familiar given what happened with us in Houston. And then they are third place in the standings, and they only have 3 more points than Reign. And I know the NWSL is super competitive, and I say this, I feel like, all the time, but this would be a really good time for the Reign to pick up 3 points. Anytime is a good time for them to pick up 3 points. But this would put you at least level on points with the team that's in third place, barring whatever else happens over the weekend. But yeah, I think this is not going to be an easy game at all.
No, not at all. We would need to score 5 goals to be tied with them on goal differential.
I'm good with that. They can make that happen. Sure, why not?
Match, sure.
Yeah, sounds good to me. so he started putting like things we want to see and look out for. I said shut out ? Because I don't know if that's possible. And then I said with bug on the field ? Because she never even got any minutes last match. I don't know if maybe there's something more going on there than we realize. Did she get hurt in the Portland match or something? The Heat, something happened? I don't know. I just feel like it's a little odd that she didn't play last match.
Yeah, I think that if nobody, I usually like dwell and like lurk in the pregame pressers. I might ask that question. If nobody else does.
Yeah, you should figure out what's going on. I mean, I know they're trying something new back there, but I feel like given how much bug was a part of our, backline when we were playing really well. I know recent game wasn't great. She was a big part of that. So what's up with that? Other things we want to see?
Don't shoot ourselves in the foot defensively. Like literally don't be our own worst enemy.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it's felt like recently.
Easier said than done, it feels like, yeah.
Yeah, especially after last game and really just like giving up a goal. Like, here you go.
Yeah.
Here you go, Yasmin Ryan.
Yeah.
Just make it hard for them, please.
Yeah. We're still waiting to see something meaningful from our forward depth pool. Now that we know that Lynn has something bugging her, I guess I can't be super annoyed about her not getting something going, but I don't know, she's getting minutes, so like I just feel like something should happen with her. What's going on with the officials still, I don't know. I mean, it's a long-term contract, so I feel like the idea was we were going to be rehabbing her through something a little bit, or at least getting her up to speed through this, major injury she's still coming back from. And then the last thing I had pointed out is things to look out for. I put in parentheses, it's scary. The San Diego attacking threats. I mean, they're just fucking stacked.
They are. They
really are. Cascarino, Ascanio, is it Dolly, Leon, Barcenas. She scares me a lot when she subs on.
Yeah,
like a lot. And then Corley, I mean, you could keep going and going. When they get going, it's really, it could be really sad if you're the opposing team.
But defensively, they're not super excellent.
Yeah, I mean, you've got Sheridan right back there, so maybe this could be, I don't know, we need to, I think, first of all, get our defense back in order. I want to say this could be a high scoring game, but hopefully just on our end.
That's the dream.
That's always the dream. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it all shakes out. Go take advantage of that free game on us promotion too. Tell people to go.
Yeah, it's a Friday night.
7:32. You got some time to get down there and not have to rush after work, hopefully. I mean, getting to Seattle sucks, but that's what the light rail's for. All right, I think that's pretty much it for the episode. We're having some audio stuff going on, so we're just trying to knock this out while it hopefully somewhat works till the end. Thanks again to our sponsor, the Doctor's Office. You can also follow us on Instagram and Bluesky at Cooler Guild Pod.
You can send us an email at thecoolerguild@gmail.com. You can also visit us on our main page, sounderheart.com/thecoolerguild.
We're on YouTube. Probably not this episode because it's been a shit show to get recorded and finished. And Van was also really wet in the beginning on her hair.
Damp.
And she looked like a mermaid out of water.
That's generous. Thank you.
youtube.com/@thecoolerguild. Please go rate 5 stars wherever you're listening. Till next time, I'm Coop.
I'm Van.
Stay cool, y'all.
Stay cool. Where did she come from? Where did she go? Where did she come from?
She come from T-Burt, Joe.